From the SIG Sauer Studios, on the Patriot Mobile Platinum microphone, here is your host, the loudest conservative voice in America fighting the enemies of freedom, Mark Walters.
Here we go on a Monday, folks. Welcome in Armed American Radio's daily defense in the SIG Sauer Studios, lit up for you here. Patriot Mobile Command Center, Mike fired up. It's all brought to you by the Great X Insurance. Welcome in today. Greg in Dallas, Texas. How you doing, my brother?
Not too bad. Here we are, Monday.
It is. I'll see you soon. I'll see you too soon because we're on air till 11 o'clock Eastern time on Sundays. Big show yesterday. A lot of followers watching over on Twitter and all the other platforms. And we are live for you in the video studios on Twitter. You can catch us there at AARMark. Facebook.com/Armed American Radio is live. You can watch us at Armed American Radio on YouTube. You can also watch us at Armed American Radio on Rumble. We're rumbling through just about everywhere. And, Greg, I'll let you tell people where they can participate in chats and all that fun stuff, and we'll get started because we have a UFO story to tell you about, a real one.
Oh, all right. Well, briefly, if you want to join the live chats, just head on over to your app store, grab the Telegram messaging app, create your profile, and search for Armed American Radio Conversations.
See how simple that is? Greg, I took a lot of that thunder away from you. I do apologize. Right? Less to do. Yeah, I caught that, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a funny for you before we get started. Let's bring Andy Hoosier in, the voice of reason. Andy, welcome in, brother, for a Monday. How are you?
Mark, happy Monday, man. Ready to rock and roll for another one, right?
Ready to rock and roll. So I got a funny for you. So, I have a video engineer. He's working at a remote location, and I can see him on the screens. And when he's on the screens, I can see him eating, and he's eating right now, which he was doing last night when we were on the air. But last night, I saw him eating a burrito, and then he followed it up with a couple ice cream bars. So I made a comment about that, and I said, that made me crave an ice cream bar. And I didn't get at it last night because it was too late. So I went over to Publix. Those of you who don't live down south might not know what Publix is. Publix is a large grocery chain down in the deep south. So I did make it to Publix about an hour before the show, and I walked in to get an ice cream bar because I was craving it from last night. And wouldn't you know, Haagen-Dazs bars are buy one, get one free. I'm like, oh, that's what I needed, right?
Time to stock up.
Yeah, so instead of walking out with one box, I actually walked out with 4 boxes. Why not?
Of course you did.
Yeah, so I was sitting in the studio, and I took a bite of a Haagen-Dazs bar, and they got that outer chocolate shell on them? Well, a little piece of that hard chocolate fell off on the desk, and I didn't have my glasses on. I just kind of glanced with a cursory glance. I bent down to pick it up, put it in my mouth, and I bit down, and I went, oh, that's not a chocolate bar. It was this guitar pick I'm holding up in front of the camera. So I wound up with a guitar pick in my mouth, thinking it was a piece of chocolate Haagen-Dazs, and I got to thank our video engineer down in Florida for that one. It's all your fault, and he's throwing me big 2 double fists up in the air because of that. That's a win for him, a win-win all the way around. Andy, we have a UFO story, brother. Is this great?
Oh, man. I'm telling you, the disclosure, it's happening. I'm so excited.
All right, so let me set this up. Forewarn, the number 4, WARN, is in Oklahoma. I guess it's a Fox News 4 in Oklahoma. Somewhere, maybe Oklahoma City, I guess. And the weatherman was doing a live weather report last week. And he had a screen, they have the cameras up on the building tops and all that, the weathers, right? Yep. So he's got the camera up there. And they're showing the camera in the night sky, and you can hear him talking about snow in the forecast and all this stuff. When all of a sudden he begins to hesitate, and he walks over into the camera view. He goes, what is that? What is that? And he points over to the sky, and you can clearly see it. Andy, describe what we see, and then I'm going to play the tape for everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're setting this up theater of the mind. We love to do this with Andy from time to time.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it was, at Oklahoma City, and on the video shot where it's kind of the overview of the city of Oklahoma City, you see this light, and it's cruising at a pretty rapid pace across the entire screen. The crazy part is it's not like a steady, just straight line. It's going up and down, almost like a roller coaster ride, up and down, moving pretty fluid. Whatever it is, an airplane nor a helicopter operates that way. So I don't know what the heck that was, but it was big enough on the other side of the city that you can see it in this video, and it's pretty impressive.
And you can see it through the clouds. Now, if you want to see the video, I have it posted up on my Twitter at AARMark, and it's got lots of views. But here's the way it went down. We just gave you the theater of the mind. So you're watching your Fox in Oklahoma City, and you see, you picture the weather, do the weather report in your town, same type gig. Here's the way it went down on the television. Here was and you listen to the weatherman begin to hesitate. You can hear the inflection in his voice as he gets concerned. What is that? Here we go.
Snow, in addition to all of that, start out outside today where it was actually a warmer day than we've been seeing and one of the warmest that we're going to have on the entire 7-day forecast moving forward. Wonder what that is right there. That's pretty interesting. Moving really fast. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Just interesting stuff flying around the sky.
All right, so there you have it. That was the actual live broadcast of the weather.
Impressive.
It was impressive, and you can go watch that video and clearly see what we're talking about. That was moving far faster than any aircraft. Believe me, you'd have heard sonic booms if that was an aircraft. And now there's somebody out there going, well, you would have heard sonic booms if it was a UFO spaceship too. No, because they got that stuff figured out. We don't.
Yeah,
right.
That's the point.
So
man, that's exciting, man. I love it.
What does that have to do with guns? It has everything to do with guns, Andy, because I think they've got us outgunned.
Oh yeah,
if that stuff's real, baby, they got
phasers. If they want to come after us, our firearms are not going to be able to hold the test of time against that. So, yeah, you know what? That's
yeah, your AR-15 will bounce off their shields before they cloak themselves, right? See, maybe we watch too much TV, but it's fun stuff to talk about. It really is. And when you can see that video, and that was caught live, it was just very cool because it was not. You can look at it and see that it wasn't what you would expect it to be. It was an anomaly. Yeah. It was pretty wild stuff. What was it? Who knows? But it's fun.
I'm sticking with it. I think maybe it's my new intern. Maybe it was my new intern.
I can't show you a picture of the intern, but it's Greg, his new intern is a green alien head. Was that made out of rubber or something? What is that, plastic?
No, it's almost like a felt, almost like a velvet to it, so that it's wrapped in. So yeah, we announced it on the national show on Saturday, and it's my new intern that's sitting in the back of the studio, so everybody can see on that video feed. But yeah, it's a green alien head, and it's pretty neat. So I'm open to name suggestions, but I'm thinking Cornelius is his name. That's what I'm thinking.
Cornelius. I don't know. That doesn't seem too spacious. You come up with something else. That's not real spacious, you know.
He needs a little work on that name.
Yeah, okay. Greg, you come up with something, and maybe
I'll think about it.
We'll keep that in the back of our heads for the show. So anyway, there's your first segment today, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, that's all I got today. Andy, have a great day. Greg, cue the music. We're out of here. I'm out 45 minutes early. What else can I say? What's that, Andy?
Good for the day.
There it is. There, Greg's got it queued up. Everybody's tired. Been a long night. UFO stories already out there. They all think we're nuts anyway. Guys, it's really fun to
I
talk
will
about.
say, just to feed off of that, though, and to tie it into the politics, I will say I was so giddy and excited on, what was it? I believe Wednesday night or Thursday, when Anna Paulina Luna from Florida made the announcement that she is heading up that new transparency task force from the House, where they are releasing government secrets that include the investigations that the government has kept secret on UFOs and UAPs, on the Epstein file list, on the 9/11 issue, on COVID-19, like these government secrets that have been held for a long time. She is going to be releasing this information through this new House Transparency Task Force. I am so excited about that. That include Marjorie Taylor Greene and Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who's been heading up these subcommittees on the UFOs and UAPs lately. So we're going to get some more information really soon, and I cannot wait.
Ask yourself the question, why is the government looking into this? Why are they hiding it? What's up? Now, I just got really bad news from Neil McCabe. Not bad news. Neil is I need to stand down from being your guest host. I'm starting a new TV show, and I'm going to use that time to pre-record interviews. Well, that's okay. I thought he was listening to the UFO schedule and said, I'm not associating myself with you guys anymore.
I'm done.
Forget it. I can't do it. Actually, what he should have done if he was serious, he was, I'm listening to you guys now. You need a new host. I'm willing to take over from you. So, you have to ask the question, right? Americans have been lied to for so long about everything. You go back in our lifetimes to, from Kennedy on up. You go back as far as you want. Go back to Roswell in 47 for crying out loud. But the government has been studying this stuff for years. And again, it was Harry Reid that brought all this to the forefront and actually funded it with an initial $20 million investment, I believe, to try to get to the bottom of this. And when you ask yourself this question, why is it, if there's nothing to this, what are they looking at?
Right.
You would think they would know there was nothing to this, right? So it's fascinating. I find it interesting for a number of reasons, ladies and gentlemen. We are arrogant enough to think we know everything, and we don't know squat, quite frankly. Want proof of that? Tonight when it gets dark, go look up at the night sky. Pretty much all I got to tell you.
20.
Humans since the dawn of time been trying to figure that out. We still can't. Armed American Radio's Daily Defense continues. When we come back, we've got a number of stories. We'll cover it with Andy Hoosier, the voice of reason, back on the flip side of this break.
by Patriot Mobile. Visit patriotmobile.com/AAR and use the AAR promo code to get free activation today. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. Please support all of our partners. You can find them all at armedamericanradio.com, armedamericanradio.com. Mark Walters filling your prescription for freedom today and every day on the Monday through Friday show here in the SIG Sauer studios in front of the Patriot Mobile Command Center microphone. And, of course, the show is all brought to you every single day by the great X Insurance. We love our X Insurance. Make sure to check them out. If you do anything crazy or what some people might refer to as stupid, X will cover you. And by stupid, I mean, like me, I don't jump out of airplanes. I think that's stupid. If you do, more power to you. I'm sure it's a rush. I just don't have the guts to do it. And, well, if you do, X will cover you. You fly the airplanes people jump out of, X will cover you. You're the guy that jumps out and straps yourself to somebody for the first time doing it, X will cover you. You own the business that owns the planes that people jump out of, X will cover you. You get the idea. XInsurance.com. You can find all of our great partners at armedamericanradio.com. Andy Hoosier, the voice of reason. Welcome back, brother.
Yes, sir. Good times.
So I got this really weird alert earlier, what was yesterday, and I didn't get at it. This was no time on yesterday's program, and I kind of wanted to hang on to this to talk with you about it, but this is from the Bangkok Post in Thailand. Gun control falls short. Bangkok.
Wow.
Yeah, well, they're not talking about American gun control. They're talking about gun control in Bangkok or Thailand. Prime Minister, now I'm going to butcher this name. I'm going to tell you this, but I'm going to give it a shot. Patagontatarn Shinawawatra.
Yep, that's about right.
That sound about right?
I nailed it.
Patanankatarn Shinawawatra. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's a male or female. So I'll just say, Shinawawatra, I apologize if I butchered your name. You know, we have a lot of listeners.
Lightly, but they might not let you in the country if you disgrace.
Greg, you know we have a lot of listeners in Thailand, around the world. A lot.
Sure.
Many, 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 many thousands. It's fun to look at the charts. Interior Minister Anatun Charnavurakulal. I'm not even bothered. Have jointly signed an order halting the issuance of permits to carry firearms, particularly handguns, for 1 year, Andy, in Bangkok, Thailand. The timing of the order's enforcement coinciding with St. Valentine's Day is symbolic. However, its effectiveness in curbing gun-related violence remains questionable. At best, the order will reduce the already limited number of civilians who can legally carry a concealed handgun in public. Now, when you think of carrying guns in public, I'm going to bet you Bangkok doesn't come to mind, right?
That is very true.
Have you ever thought about gun control in Thailand? I've never woken up in the middle, and I do this for a living. I've never woken up in the middle of the night and go, oh, I better check on Bangkok's gun control laws. It's never crossed my mind.
Yeah,
I have.
Well, that is so bizarre. I find that to be true. that does not shock me at all.
I've looked at traveling to Thailand, and I've actually another show that I do that talks about guns. They've had someone on that just came back from Thailand, and they were in a shooting contest out there, and they do have firearms and firearms contests. It's just highly regulated. Highly regulated. They
do. In fact, I believe Di Muller and Lena Michalek and others were out there. We covered that a little bit when she was out shooting the World Shotgun Championships. I believe that was Thailand, not long ago.
Yeah.
But when I think of gun control, that just doesn't come to my mind. Now, in Thailand, check this out. Normally, obtaining a license to carry firearms is difficult, if not impossible. Applicants must undergo rigorous screening, including background and criminal history checks, and must provide a valid reason for carrying a firearm. In reality, only a small number of permits are granted by the Interior Minister or other authorized officials. So the likelihood of a legitimate gun owner with a legal permit for carrying a firearm committing an offense is minimal. Viewed from this perspective, halting the issuance of firearm carrying permits will not address gun violence. Most gun-related violence in Thailand involves illegal firearms or modified blank guns. More significantly, these crimes are typically committed by individuals who do not have firearm permits. Andy, what a shocker.
What a shocker. Wow.
Isn't that what we see here?
That's exactly what we see. It's wild to me, Mark, that we would see the same trend in other parts of the world as we do here in the United States, that crimes that are committed are done by crimes that are breaking the law by people not abiding by the law, and that the gun restrictions you try to put on certain places don't actually restrict the bad guys from getting the guns. And then we still see crazy things happening. Mark, I'm sensing a trend here, but yet for some reason we're just not connecting the dots on why this is still a bad idea.
We are.
Well, we are.
You just did. You know, if this is human nature, right? Okay, Andy, there are criminals in Bangkok, aren't there?
Allegedly, yeah.
There are criminals all over Thailand, all four corners
Sure.
of the nation. Do those criminals follow any law?
Usually don't. That's why they're criminals.
So it's the same pattern everywhere, isn't it? Ooh.
That would be the case.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not rocket science at all. And I'm going to try to find a tweet from Giffords here and see if I can pull this up. Trump is preparing to roll back every major gun safety win in the past 4 years, including life-saving common sense laws with bipartisan support. It's a slap in the face to families and survivors, and we're prepared to fight back. Now, having heard the equation, we just put 2 and 2 together and made 4 out of this with this story from Bangkok, because the same thing applies halfway around the world, or however far around the world Bangkok is from where you're sitting. Then you hear this. It's a slap in the face to families and survivors, and we're prepared to fight back. What's a slap in the face? Now, I responded to that tweet, and, you know, the slap in the face is the infringement that you've been putting or working towards putting on us as law-abiding people because we follow the law. And yet again, they will never answer the question, and I wish they would. Tell me what that one law is that they want put in place that a criminal will follow, Andy, whether it's here or in Bangkok.
Well, there is, again, I mean, it's common sense, again, that they're not going to follow any laws. So that one law that's going to deter them from being able to do what they do, to them, it's just we have to get rid of the entire gun itself to take away their accessibility to it whatsoever, which doesn't work. And that's the common sense about it. But if they just get rid of all laws, if we just go further and get rid of all guns and get rid of more guns, then it would be more difficult for them to find it on the black market. Right? Just like with the marijuana issue, for example, when we try to ban marijuana, that would make it more difficult for someone to find marijuana, right? Except for the black market actually gets bigger and it's more accessible by keeping it behind, you know, the building, as opposed to going into a shop and purchasing it legally and making sure that it's safe and it's not going to have, you know, fentanyl or something laced with it. So, you know, the same things with guns. If we just go further with the law and we make it more difficult to purchase a firearm, then the bad guy could still get a gun. It's just going to be more difficult, which doesn't make any sense, and obviously that doesn't work.
No, because they steal their guns. There's, you know, they make it more difficult. They're making it more difficult for people in Bangkok, legal citizens, to carry firearms, law-abiding people to carry firearms, to defend themselves from criminals who violate the law because they don't follow the law. Yeah, you get the idea, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we're going to have some fun at David Hogg's expense because David Hogg is an idiot. Enjoy your break. We'll see you on the other side. Don't go away.
Defense firearms are guaranteed for life, trusted worldwide, and designed, engineered, and manufactured right here in America. Daniel Defense, freedom, passion, precision.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Armed American Radio's Daily Defense continues now on, 60-some stations or something. I've lost count. Welcome back. It's all brought to you by X Insurance. Please visit all of our partners. You can find them all at armedamericanradio.com. MyPillow's got some great stuff going on over there. MyPillow.com/AAR. Take you right to the page. They got a really slick landing page, I guess you call it, for us at MyPillow.com. Take advantage of all those discounts. Get all the cool stuff that they have over there. MyPillow.com. And if you need some emergency food supplies, which, by the way, was recommendation number 3 from an expert on EMPs in a Fox News story earlier today, that you should definitely have, is some food supplies. Heaven's Harvest has you covered. Make sure to check them out. I've got about 2 or 3 years of that stuff. And I'm telling you, sleep easier at night. You really, truly do. When you know you have that, just knowing it's there. HeavensHarvest.com. Small family-run business, great family, the Clayton Llewellyn family in North Georgia, up in the mountains, a very beautiful place. Make sure to support them. HeavensHarvest.com. All the promo codes are AAR. Whatever they got going on over there, that'll get it. Andy Hoosier, the voice of reason, KQAM, Wichita's big talker, Wichita's favorite son. Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, buddy. Happy Monday.
Yeah, you want to have some fun at David Hogg's expense? This little grifter punk is just so easy to
You
rag
mean the
on.
new leader of the Democrat Party in the DNC? What?
Yeah, Fox had a piece up yesterday at about 4:22 Eastern time. Some Dems already turning on Hogg 2 weeks into DNC vice chair gig. Hogg earns a reported $100K salary from his personal PAC. Now, if you want any proof that this kid's a grifter, this is it. All right. Now, he wasn't in the building where the shooting occurred at Parkland. So I'm not sure how that makes him a survivor. Now, if anybody can correct me, let me know. But I've used the analogy many times before. Andy, if you and I are in a shopping mall, if they're still out there, right? And you're at the big anchor store on one end of the mall and I'm at the other, and you're shopping for furniture, and I'm like, I don't want to go shopping for furniture. That's boring, like when I was a kid. My mom made me do that, right? So you go over there and shop for furniture. I'm a quarter mile away at the other end of the mall, and a fire breaks out over in the furniture section because a couch just spontaneously combusts. And all of a sudden, the furniture department's on fire, and people are running for their lives. Me, I'm just at the other end of the mall, and I hear bloop, 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 and I hear some announcement, please evacuate the mall. Am I a mall fire survivor? Or are you a mall fire survivor?
Well,
you are,
I would
because
be
you
a
fled
mall
for your
fire
life.
survivor. That's right. Yeah, I guess you could, attach by association, but it's not the most accurate, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, so everybody outside, me and the rest of the people on the other end of the mall are going, what's going on? And somebody said, I think there's a fire down there, but I'm not sure. Meanwhile, you hear all these
Mark,
rumors.
you just survived a fire.
You don't even know, right? You're just calmly walking out. David Hogg is a grifting little punk, but apparently some Democrat insiders are already very concerned over, and I quote, newly elected Democratic National Committee, DNC Vice Chair David Hogg, just 2 weeks into his tenure in leadership. He's already, Andy, quoting from Fox again, ruffling feathers within the DNC for using the committee's contact list to solicit donations for his own political action committee. Leaders we deserve. Now, it was the New York Post that I originally got the alert from. It led me back to the Fox piece. David Hogg here. I was just elected DNC vice chair, exclamation point. This is a huge win for our movement to make the Democratic Party, actually it's the Democrat Party. I hate when they say Democratic, but whatever. You parson words, counselor. Not really, but you get it. To make the Democrat Party more reflective of our base. Youthful, energetic, and ready to win. Has I not got the memo what condition the Democrats are in? Let me continue. Reads one of 8 texts, which include solicitation links to Leaders We Deserve sent out to a DNC database of phone numbers, according to the report. Now, apparently, they've got a photograph of him pretending to be a tough guy with his fist in the air. Now, if that were Donald Trump with a fist in the air, J.D. Vance, or Musk, they'd say it was a Nazi photo, right?
Nazi salute, baby.
Yeah, but with David Hogg, okay, it's David Hogg, but he's got this little angry look on his face. It's all fake. You can see right through this kid like a sheet of glass. But apparently the texts aren't sitting well with some DNC insiders who believe the committee's vast database of numbers and donors should be used to help the future of the party, not a member's individual PAC. So, one top Democrat told the New York Post, and I quote, David Hogg, talk about living up to your name. A trough of DNC dollars, all for him, and he doesn't seem to give an oink. So, Andy, that's coming from top.
That's internal. If we were doing that, that's one thing, but that's internal. They are falling apart, and he went straight for the grift, and they recognized it.
Oh, you just nailed it. Greg's the hammer, Hogg's the nail. You just pounded him right into the ground. David Hogg, talk about living up to your name. A trough of DNC dollars, all for him, and he doesn't seem to give an oink. One top Democrat told the Post.
That's awesome. Look, that just shows, again, it shows how broken the Democrat Party is right now. They are so desperate to redefine themselves, to have a new identity. Now, remember, we took all the identities of the different pronouns off the table, so that way they have to find a new identity right now.
Start over.
But they got to start over with all the new pronouns and different identities. The Democrat Party is desperate to find a new identity right now, and they can't quite figure it out. This was the attempt of the Democrats to try and say that we're appealing to the younger generation. It's the next generation in leadership. We're going to look towards the young generation to, carry the mantle, pick up the torch, and do what they do. And obviously it's backfiring because they chose the dumbest out there. It's a toss-up between him and AOC, but it's a toss, it's this young generation that they're trying to appeal to, trying to pander to, and trying to rise up. But the problem is they haven't allowed themselves to invest in the next generation to do it properly. So they're just kind of flailing out there. And right now it's all about the self and about the personal gain that they're getting from political positions like this. So of course David Hogg's going to do that. Oh, look at my PAC to go ahead and fund me, and we're going to fight for the future of this country and whatever garbage he tries to spout. But it's really kind of funny that the Democrats are in this bad a disarray, and they don't know how to get out of their rut. They're still trying to find themselves again. And apparently their new Democrat Party is the David Hogg branch. I'm going to be self-serving, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do for myself. And if it benefits others, cool. If not, it's just going to look like I'm going to, but I'm really not.
Well, when I think about, so I look at the other quote here. I was just elected DNC vice chair, exclamation point. This is a huge win for our movement. How? You mean gun control being dismantled? The Supreme Court really not wanting to play in your sandbox right now? You got an assault weapons ban case that's likely going to be heard. We'll find out within a week. Probably find out a week to 9 days from today. They take that case, we're going to win it. Gun ban's out the window. This is a huge win for our movement to make the party more reflective of our base, youthful, energetic, and ready to win. You mean the youth that are fleeing the Democrat Party and walking around with MAGA hats on? That youth? Who's he talking about here?
They're under that false narrative that the Democrats still have the young generation, which the young generation walked away from them in this last election, and they've been walking away for a long time and either going Republican with a red MAGA hat, or they're going completely third party or independent and saying, we don't like this system at all. We're tired of the two-party system, and we don't want you to be just as much as Republicans. We don't want to be part of any of this because we want to kind of tread our own path here.
If they expel this kid, it's going to be hilarious because he's going to be tied with Scaramucci as shortest term in some kind of a committee party.
The mooch. And, that fits here because according to this report,
he's going to last as long as milk.
The 24-year-old DNC chair also pockets a salary, quoting, of over $100,000, having last taken a $20,000 salary payment in December. Now, if you do the math, there were 12 months in a year, 20,000 times 12. That's more than $100,000 in salary.
Yeah.
So he's really pissed off the DNC. And I guess one of the key things here is, and this is where he's a great grifter, personal fundraising for his PAC does not break any rules. But, again, some within the party have taken exception to the young activists' use of DNC resources. Well, yeah, as they should. They're going broke anyway, and their Washington grift is being exposed and gutted by Musk. We'll be right back. One more segment with Andy. There's a shout to some of you cats watching over on Facebook. Cool stuff over there. Gerald from Oregon. How you doing, brother? Gregory. Sounds like Illinois. It does, doesn't it? It's all grift, baby. Mike Peters, the goat of gun talk. Oh, Mike, you're too kind. Benny Bennett. What's up, Benny? Hey, right back at you, brother. All of those knuckleheads in the chat over there. At Telegram. That's kind of fun.
$30.
Roger that. Guys, you just heard Greg. We'll be right back. About 20 seconds. Great hog meme.
This segment of Armed American Radio's Daily Defense is being brought to you by Daniel Defense. Visit DanielDefense.com. Now, back to the show.
Back to the show. Final segment on a Monday. Welcome in. Glad you're here with us today in the SIG SAUER studios. Mark Walters filling your prescription for freedom. Make sure to check out our partners at BarrelBuddy.com. Great stuff. BarrelBuddy.com. BarrelBuddy.com. Clean your guns the right way. Pitch the patch. That's old news. Not necessary anymore. No mess. No more stink. Get rid of it. I love the smell of the 9 stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no more. Barrel Buddy. Got you covered. BarrelBuddy.com. 50 of those things. You'll clean about, I'm going to say you probably get about 10 to 12 cleanings out of those. And you can do it right there at the range. You can put the gun right back in the bag before you even leave the range. You can put it right back in your holster. The things are amazing. They're patented for a reason. BarrelBuddy.com. Don't forget Emerson Knives, emersonKnives.com. Use the promo code AAR. And we can't forget our friends over at Liberty Cigar either. Use the promo code AAR over there and get some really fun stuff, whatever promotion they're running at any given day at Liberty Cigar. If you like a great cigar, I love a great cigar. So make sure to check them out. Still have some of those Liberty cigars as well. Got to order some more. LibertyCigars.com. The company is owned by John Adams. That's pretty cool. So those of you who might not know John Adams, well, liberals, you want to look him up maybe on Wikipedia. You'll get your answer there. Andy Hoosier, the voice of Wikipedia. Andy Hoosier, the voice of reason. Welcome back in. So there's a great meme in the chat, and I think Patrick Davis put it up. It's got a picture of David Hogg with, he's got that little mean, try to be mean look on his face, which just doesn't work for him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't scare anybody. You look at him and go, well, what's he trying to do? I identify. Cute. What's that?
How cute.
Yeah, I identify as a survivor. My pronouns are wasn't there. And then another one of him. It looks like he's in a track and field garb, and he's running. Obviously some AI generated meme, And his eyes are closed, and he's got this goofy look on his face. As when you hear about a nearby mass shooting and CNN is filming. So the memes are in here are great, guys. Thanks for sending them. I appreciate it. It's always fun to rag on David Hogg. Andy, I'll give you the last word on David Hogg, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, he's a fun one. It's just like AOC. He's a low-hanging fruit, very easy to pick on. And the best part about it is that he gets so worked up and gets so angry when people do pick on him, which is even funnier. It's like, it's it's very easy to do. So, yeah, I mean, if he's the future of the party, we have nothing to worry about. Look, I mean, the Democrat Party is going through identity crisis. And I say this with all sincerity, I truly hope that Democrats find their way and get back to what they were, the old school JFK style Democrat, working across the aisle, being able to work hand in hand, maybe having a different vision on certain ways to go about it, but going down the same road as Republicans, and being able to actually solve issues. They're not anywhere near that right now, and they have to figure out their, if they're going to be a reputable party moving forward. Right now, with the way Trump's handling issues and with how quickly, at the speed that he's going, and what they're doing with Doge, the fact that Democrats are fighting against cutting wasteful spending is another kind of identity crisis they have to work out right now, because that's not a good look when you're like, no, we need to keep these bad programs that we've exposed now and have come to light in the public. We totally need them for fill in the blank reason. So, I mean, yeah, Democrats have a long way to go to figure out how they're going to actually be a reputable party moving forward, and David Hogg's not going to be it.
I'm curious as to why you want them to regroup. I hope they get buried. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the lies. People like Swalwell, people like Maxine Waters, people like Pelosi, people like Schumer. Americans, we've had enough of those people. They've been around 50 years. We're done with them. And if they think AOC is the new voice of the party, she's made a fool of herself for several years.
Yeah.
So
Crockett.
I've said it's good news either way for us, because number one, if they do correct course and they say, you know what, we've gone too radical, we need to bring things back to the middle, we need to appeal to a larger audience here, we need to truly represent people again. If they go back to that mindset, which they never really did, so we got to be honest there.
No, of course not.
If they get to that and they recognize the error of their ways, then that's good for the country. If, like you said, they don't, and they crash and burn and they don't have any influence, that's still good for America, because then these people that are complete lunatics are not going to have any influence or power in Washington, D.C. again. So either way, it's good news. We're in a really good situation right now. We need to make sure that we don't go the same way of corruption, which the Republican Party had for a long time. So we're sitting in a good position because we've worked to purge ourselves out of that. We've made sure we don't do that, and that we're moving in the right trajectory. And that's why Americans ended up flocking to the Donald Trump movement. So we're moving in that right direction. It's whether they get on board or not, and they're going to continue to be the minority for the next decade, or whether they get their act back together and they start working for Americans.
And who's responsible for breaking their back and fixing the Republican Party moving forward? There's one person.
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He's broken the internet, baby. Okay. I don't care if I ever see them come back. There'll be a Democrat Party. Oh, yay. Right. They've got nothing. They have nothing. They're losing on every single front, which is a beautiful thing. They have been outed. They no longer have friends in the media that are going to carry their water. Swallowwell goes on, MSDNC as if somehow that makes him credible. They don't. None of it's credible anymore.
Right.
None of it. They don't have anybody carrying their water for them anymore, and they are floundering like fish out of water. They don't know what to do, and it's the funnest thing I've ever seen. It really, truly is. I say a little bit of schadenfreude. The Republican Party got a lot of work to do to fix themselves as well. We got to purge ourselves of these McConnells and Cornyn's and the rest of these guys. There's still a rhino faction out there, I don't know. I mean, for the most part, Ryan's out. Pence's history, these guys. The Bush family's been crushed. Trump has just destroyed establishment Washington, just destroyed it. And he's on a roll right now. They don't even know what to do. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, no, we've hit a reset button in the country, and we're living in that, what he calls the golden age. We are getting into that golden age right now because the corruption's being exposed. The government waste and government programs are being exposed. The Democrat Party and the elite Republicans that have allowed that to happen and continue to support it are working their way out right now. Like you said, I mean, there's still the Mitch McConnells, but there's very few of them left. Mitch McConnell was the only one that voted against Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the only Republican that did that. We still have a few to get out of the House of Representatives, which is why things are so close there. But we have done such an amazing job weeding that out to where we're exposing the uniparty for the Democrats and the Rhino Republicans that have worked together for oh so long. Those days are done. And because the media has protected them, because the Democrat Party has made that their establishment party, to pass it to see what's in it, the Joe Bidens, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, the Harry Reids, all these others that have run things for so long, they don't know what else to do right now. So they're in that identity crisis panic. And we're going to continue to do what we do. And again, it's good news for us either way. Either they figure it out and they work better with us, recognizing that's the popular way to do things and get things done and be more effective and pro-American, which is good for America, or they self-destruct and they will continue to be a minority party that just yells and screams from the sidelines but can't get anything done. And that's good news for America too. So either way, we're going to win-win right now as long as we stay on course.
Andy, we're going to win-win. You're going to get sick of winning. You're going to get tired of winning.
That's right.
I mean, Trump is
so much you may even get tired of winning.
Trump is flying around the Daytona Motor Speedway in Air Force One, landing, showing up in the Beast, and taking laps around the track.
How incredible is that?
Can you imagine Joe Biden doing that? And the crowd went crazy. Joe Biden wouldn't have even shown up.
True international effort to pressure.
Oh, he would have fell down on the track. He would have tripped going up the stage. Unbelievable. Anyway, it is a lot of fun to watch. It really, truly is. Hey, Andy, thanks much for a great Monday. We appreciate it very much. People can just go to HoosierReason.com to check out where to watch Andy right after this show. Armed American Radio is going to get up and do it again tomorrow because they don't want us to. Enjoy the day. We'll be talking with Lee the Gunwriter Williams tomorrow. Stay safe. We'll see you on the radio.
You've just filled your prescription for freedom with Mark Walters, presented by X Insurance. X Insurance on the Armed American Radio Network.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate it very much. Great program last night. If you missed it, you can go watch it on any of those platforms. It's up on YouTube. It's up on Rumble. It's up on Facebook at Armed American Radio. It's up on X. It's up on armedamericanradio.com. The audio portion is, if you don't want to watch the program. Either way, if you have not shared those posts yet, please do so on your social media. Make sure to follow us at facebook.com/armedamericanradio. Make sure to follow us on X at AARMark. Follow us on Instagram, AAR Mark Walters. Follow us at Rumble, Armed American Radio with Mark Walters. YouTube, Armed American Radio with Mark Walters. You get the idea. It's easy to find. Just put those in there and it will pop up and you can subscribe. We would appreciate it if you would do that. And enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Mañana. See you in the morning. Have a great day.